Konnichiwa everyone. Welcome to Kokakiko. Today I'm going to show you this cool toy, Infinity Cube. This is a fidget toy. You can keep flipping it. This could keep you busy for hours, and this could be a great gift. In order to make this, you need to make 8 cubes. You can use any type of squares you like, and you can even add some motifs. I'm showing you this simple way because I think this is one of the easiest ways. These are the origami infinity objects that my daughter made, and that inspired me. Here are the materials. It is your decision how colorful you want your cube to be, but I'll use 6 different colors of yarn. I want to have my cube nice and solid, so I'll use a cotton blend yarn, a white yarn for the edging, stuffing, a crochet hook. I'm going to use 4.5mm hook, which is US size between G and H, to make cubes. And my white yarn is a bit thinner than the others, so I'm going to use a 4mm hook, which is US size G, for the edging, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. Here is an important tip to make these cubes nice and neat. When you make this, you always have to pay attention to the tension of the yarn, not only from the yarn ball, but also the loop on your hook. Since we are joining so many edges, keeping the tension of the stitch is the key for this project. So let's make a square now. Starting with the magic ring, you can use any magic ring you like, but make sure that your magic rings stay closed. I always like to use the double magic ring. It stays nice and tight, and I really recommend this method. If you are interested, I have a tutorial video of a double magic ring, and I'll put the link, so please check that out. So starting with a magic ring, make a half double crochet, then a single crochet. Repeat this to make 8 stitches into the ring. Now I'm done my 8th stitch. Then let's close up the magic ring. It will be easier to pull the last stitch down to close the magic ring, like this. So you can get more room to see and pull them. Also, before closing the ring, I always insert my hook into the next stitch so I can start the next round easily. The next stitch is the top of the very first half double crochet. If you are not sure which one to take, you can count the stitch from the hook. We made 8 stitches this time, so it will be 8th V from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's this one. Put the hook back to the loop. Insert your hook into the stitch and close the magic ring up. I have 2 rings right now. When I pull the yarn tail, only one of them will move, and we need to find out which one that is. So pull the yarn tail slowly. And this ring moved. You can double check by doing it again. Then pull the ring that moved. You'll see the unmoved ring closing. When the unmoved ring is closed nice and tight, pull the yarn tail. Then you'll see the moved ring closing. Then make a slip stitch. When you make a slip stitch, make sure that your right loop on your hook isn't too loose. Now round 1 is completed. Let's move on to round 2. Chain 1, 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet into the same stitch, the one you just made a slip stitch. Then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet into the same stitch. And this half double crochet makes the corner of the square. One single crochet into the next stitch. The next is the corner again. So 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet into the same stitch. One single crochet into the next stitch. The next is the corner again. 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet into the same stitch. One single crochet into the last stitch. Now you'll see one stitch here, but this is made out of a slip stitch, so we don't count this as a stitch. And now you might have noticed that every corner I made 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 single crochet into the same stitch. But for the first one, I only made 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet, so I skipped 1 single crochet. So let's add 1 single crochet into the very first stitch. It goes into the very first stitch of round 2. Then slip stitch onto the first half double crochet. The square is completed. Cut the yarn and pull it out. Insert your needle into the stitch that you just made a slip stitch. Now the yarn came out to the wrong side. Insert your needle in couple more stitches. And done! You can cut the yarn tail if you like, but it'll stay inside of the cube anyway. I'll just keep it as it is. We need to make 8 cubes. So if you are making it in solid colors, you need to make 48 squares. If you are making it in 2 colors, you need to make 24 squares each. If you are making it in 3 colors, you need to make 16 squares each. If you are making it in 6 colors, like I did, you need to make 8 squares each. I know it sounds like a lot, but since the square is so small, like it only goes 2 rounds, it is much easier than you probably expect. I'm done making 8 squares each of 6 colors. Now I will explain to you how to assemble a cube. When you assemble a cube, it is really important to know which stitch to take. To understand it better, I'll put the numbering. If you are making the same square as me, you should have 16 stitches. The numbers in pink would be the corners of the cube. And this is the tricky part. The stitch here is made out of a slip stitch, so we don't count it as a stitch. When we attach the lines of the squares, we use the stitch from a corner to a corner, 5 stitches. It doesn't matter which line you take. It can be 4 to 8 or 12 to 16 or others. So the joint goes to a corner means we'll have 2 stitches in every corner. If you are making different color cubes like me, it's totally up to you to decide where to put the colors and what colors you use. But there is one important thing you should know. Make sure that the color order of the 8 cubes are the same. If you put pink and purple together, then you do the same to all others. Okay, let's put these squares together. Again, I'm showing you this as an example. You can join these the way you like. The reason I'm joining this way is that I wanted to make my cube sharp edges. So I'm joining the square from the outside, not from the inside of the cube. Let's pull out a white yarn. This is the one I'm going to use to join the squares. Make a slip knot. At this point, it is better to make it a little loose, facing the right side of both squares. It doesn't matter which line you connect. I hold them up and down. I'm going to take 5 stitches each from both pink and orange. This is the corner of the pink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next, the corner of the orange is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to use back loops only for this joint. You insert your hook into the back loop of the right bottom corner. The back loops are kind of like outside loop in this pattern. Then pink. Insert your hook into the back loop of the right top corner. Then insert your hook into the slip knot and make a slip stitch. Pull through pink and orange and make sure that the slip knot stays inside of the cube. Chain 1. At this point, make sure that you are facing the right side of the squares. Next, this was the first stitch, so right next to the stitch. You only take the back loop of the stitch. Oops, the white yarn was supposed to stay front. Let's do it again. You only take the back loop of the stitch, then you go over the white yarn, not under. The first stitch of pink was here, so right next to that, insert your hook to the next stitch and take the back loop only. You don't have to, but it might be easier to crochet with your yarn tail, so you don't have to wave this yarn tail later. Pull through both pink and orange. It's a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Repeat this for 3 more times. Make sure the white yarn stay in the middle of the squares, and insert your hook to the back loop only. Go over the white yarn, go to the pink, insert your hook into the back loop only, hold the yarn tail together, pull through pink and orange. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Insert your hook to the back loop only. Go over the white yarn, go to the pink, insert your hook into the back loop only, hold the yarn tail together, pull through pink and orange. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. The last one is the corner. And insert your hook to the back loop only. Go over the white yarn, go to the pink, insert your hook into the back loop only, hold the yarn tail together, pull through pink and orange. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Chain 1 at the end, and now 2 squares are joined. Cut the yarn tail and pull it out. I'll weave it in later. Let's join another 2 squares the same way. I'm going to put yellow next to the orange and green next to the yellow. Now 4 squares are joined. Let's weave in the yarn tail. You should do it around this point. You don't want to weave in with closed cube, do you? So it's these 3. If you crochet the beginning of the yarn tail, you can cut it off or you can keep it inside of the cube. In my case, I'm just gonna leave it. This is the yarn tail. Insert your yarn needle into the joint. And make sure that you can't see the needle from the front. Insert your yarn into the hole. Then pull the yarn needle. Done. Easy, isn't it? Find the right tension for the end. Do the same to the other 2. Now I've done the weaving. Well, it might be hard to see because of the beginning yarn tails. But anyway, let's join the last 2 squares. These 2 would be the top and the bottom of the cube. Actually, you can join the rest of the edges with one line. Right now, pink and green are not joined. Let's put the blue on top. It goes counterclockwise. Join the green and blue. Then it goes to yellow, orange, and pink. Then join down green and pink. Put the purple on the bottom. And join the edges of the square. Let's put the top. Insert your hook into the back loop of a corner. It doesn't matter which corner. Then to green, insert your hook into the back loop of the right top corner. If you are not sure which stitch the corner is, find the top stitch of the joint. The one that has white yarn at the very top. In my case, it's this one, and 5 stitches from here would be the next corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's right here. This is the next corner. So insert your hook, and next make a slip knot with the white yarn. And pull through green and blue. And chain 1. Now it's same as joining other edges. The next is my 5th stitch, the corner. For blue, it's nothing special. Just insert your hook to the back loop of the 5th stitch. For green, the stitch would be the same as the top stitch of yellow and green joint. Right here. So this means you put 2 stitches into the corner. First one with yellow and green, and second with blue and green. Next is joining blue and yellow, but before that, I feel it's prettier to join the white edges. So slip stitch to the top of this line. Now when you look at the blue, insert hook to the same stitch, the corner. Do the same thing. Yellow corner is the one you've already used with green. 2 stitches into every corner. The rest would be the same. Now I only have one more edge to join. Let's put the stuffing in at this point. When you make amigurumis, it is said that it's better to be puffed, but for this cube, we don't want it to be too puffed. So we don't need to put a lot, but not too little. Try to find the best amount. The stuffing is done. Let's close up the edge. Try not to crochet the stuffing together. And I'll show you the last stitch, because this is the tricky part. One more stitch to go. I guess it's not hard to find the right stitch for the purple. The corner of purple, the same stitch as the joint of pink and purple. The tricky part is green. The stitch I want to take is right here. I need to insert the hook into this stitch from front to back. So I always insert the yarn needle first. And make sure that the white yarn is in between. Then use the hook. Try not to pull other yarn or any stuffing. With the white yarn, pull through green and purple. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Let's make a last slip stitch to the corner. One cube is done. Cut the yarn tail. Put it out. And it can go either way. Then insert the yarn needle into the joint. Insert your yarn tail into the hole. And let's put the yarn tail inside of the cube. Cut the yarn tail and squish. The cube is completed. Now, you need to make 7 more cubes. If you are making in colors, make sure that the color orders are the same. Now let's connect the cubes. When you make an infinity cube, you can't misplace the cubes. You put your 8 cubes this way and make sure that all of them are facing the same. Mine has blue on the top and pink on the left and yellow on the right. Then you flip the bottom 4 cubes. Since I turned vertically, the color on the side are still the same. It's pink and yellow. Now I'm going to tell you where to join. You need to join 8 edges, facing front, 1 and 2. When you connect the edges, not the faces, from a corner to a corner. Then turn your cubes to the right. Three and 4. Turn them back to the front and to the left. Then 5 and 6. The last 2 are facing the back. 7 and 8. Again, you can join it the way you like. I'm showing you as an example. The way I join is basically the same as how I join the squares, only the beginning part is different. And I'll show you that part. First of all, when I join the edge, I crocheted 5 stitches. You insert your hook into the back loop only of the first stitch. Bring up the yarn and pull it through without making a slip knot. Then make a knot. This edge will move a lot, and I'm hoping that it stays better this way. The rest is exactly same as joining the squares. Insert your hook into the back loop of the first stitch. At this point, make sure that your cubes are facing the right way. The other cube, you insert your hook into the back loop of the first stitch, pull through 2 loops, and chain 1. Then do the same. Now all you need to do is just weaving in. When you weave in, it's better to finish at the spot, not at the edge you just joined. The edge you just joined will move a lot. You should keep away from the yarn tail out of it. I think this will avoid the yarn tail coming out from the edge. This was my tutorial video of the Infinity Cube. Making sharp edges was the goal for this project for me, and I think I did quite well. I love the colors, I love the squares, and I'm so happy about this. I believe my cat is feeling the same way. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. ありがとう。